Hello and welcome back to my channel, the Soul of Stella. This is a pick a card reading on their late night thoughts of you. So with intention, we are asking you to pick a card so that you can discover the person on your mind's late night thoughts about you. We're going to go into what they're thinking, what's keeping them up, what do they want to say, and then some advice to you in this situation. It is a little bit risque. I will give a trigger warning on some of these themes and some of the messages that came through. However, we have pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and I want you to only take what resonates from the pile that you choose. You may be drawn to more than one pile. Pile 1, your card looks like that. Pile 2, your card looks like that. And pile 3 looks like that. Timestamps are below in the description box, and I would love to know your thoughts and comments. And please like and subscribe this video. I am a new channel and I'm recording a lot, so there's a lot coming your way, and I'd love you to be notified of when they are up. Pile 1, welcome to your reading. This is the card that you chose, and the message says, look inside yourself, examine what is causing you to feel this way. Okay, so when we're talking about their late night thoughts of you and what they want to say, this starts with them. They're looking inside themselves. They're examining what is causing them to feel this way, because I feel like this person has been taken by surprise. I feel like you're making them stop and really consider, why am I feeling like this? Where did this come from? So let's get more information. The actual image on that is quite beautiful too. I feel like this person is really grounding themselves to find out the answers to these questions. They're curious to know more. I'm actually going to leave it up. No, I'll turn it that way. But let's get into it. I've got 7 decks I actually want to use here. I've pre-shuffled everything, but I'll shuffle as we go as well. Some of these cards are erotic, so I can't actually show them. I won't hold them up to the screen for you to get a better focused look, but let's get into it anyway. YouTube rules, right? Okay, so pile 1's person, their late night thoughts of them, please Spirit, can we get some information? Pile 1's person's late night thoughts of them. You might be looking inside yourself as well, and wondering why you want to know this information. What's making you so drawn? The bottom of the deck energy here is, was that upside down? Yeah. Is the Knight of Cups in reverse. Okay, so I've never actually used these cards with other people before. So you've got the 3 of Pentacles in reverse, the Star, the Queen of Wands, the 10 of Cups. Wow, goodness me. And the 9 of Cups. Interesting. I feel like this person really is saying, I don't want anyone else but you. You are my dream come true. You are who I want to be with. I see you in all your glory, in your best light. I see you as a healing energy for me, but also as a temptation. I see you as someone who gets a lot of attention from other people. You may actually be in the spotlight in some way. And I see you as fiercely independent and someone who is a wish fulfillment, someone who can make me very happy, but there's this underlying sense of temptation here as well. I'm going to get more information and keep adding cards so we get a full picture. But their late night thoughts of you are really revolving around, is this too good to be true? this feels so right. And I don't want to share. I don't want this to be taken away from me. I don't want this to be something that anyone else has a part in. I want it solely for myself. A little bit possessive, but the devil card isn't here, so I feel like it's in a healthy way. They've really put you on a pedestal though. And you may have, yeah, they're wondering like, sugar, why is this person so good? Like, why am I afraid too? Is this too good to be true? Why am I afraid of that? On the bottom of this deck, we have the flow of inspiration. And it looks like a Klimt painting. Klimt? And I can't show you that one, but I'll show you from afar. The flow of inspiration. You've really got this person fired up. You feel like a muse to them in a way. But very passionate, emotional energy towards you. Overflowing emotions, almost like they can't control it. This flow of inspiration is juicy, to say the least. So you've got the muse living in my dreams. Didn't I say muse before? This person may be a creative person and their dreams are coming alive because of thoughts of you. You've got the naked self. Interesting. The temptation of pleasure. Sweet sobriety in feelings. And like a flower in spring. Yeah. Interesting. This almost feels a bit creepy. Like, this is a bit voyeuristic, but like, I'm obviously here for it. It feels creepy to me, not creepy like this person isn't creepy. Let me just get that straight. Take what resonates, of course, but I don't think you would be asking about this person and watching a tarot reading about this person if you weren't equally as curious. There does feel like there is something here that the two of you could be, but you're not, I don't feel like you're completely mentioned here. Perhaps like your feelings specifically. So if you don't want this, obviously that's on you and what you do going forward. But what you do need to know is this person is highly charged with emotions towards you. You may be feeling vulnerable and they may see that. Perhaps you're holding back a little bit and they see that. There may have been a chance for you guys to work together in the past, but it wasn't alone. It was with other people and they want to get you alone. They want to have their secret garden. They want to admire your beauty up close and personal. They want to be this person might be a booby person. Let's just put that out there. There's lots of boobies. There's also lots of butts. They want to admire your physical body, and please, like, all of these cards represent a feminine energy, but please take it as it resonates and flip it if it's the other way around. But they're very sexually charged towards you, and I feel like their emotions are being tempered when they see you in person, almost like out of reach in a way. That just the way this person on this 10 of Cups here is reaching, and the man seems to be leaving this secret garden. And here again, the man is worshipping the queen and putting her on a pedestal, but he's not actually touching her. Again, with the star, you've got this man being healed by this woman, but he's not touching her. And here he gets to hold her hands, but there is a separation between the two figures in this one. This one, the male is cloaking the woman. And this gives me this star energy where I said, you may have a lot of eyes on you, and just putting this out there, you may have an OnlyFans and this person is seeing that all these other people are lusting over you and your naked self, and this person wants to cover you up for themselves. And that's the Three of Pentacles in reverse. They're grabbing onto you. They're grabbing onto this idea of you, and they want you all for themselves. Let's get some more info. I feel like you're almost untouchable at this point in time. And I just want to clarify that before I get too far down the rabbit hole. Because it feels like a temptation that they can't quite get their fingers on just yet. But they know that they're falling, or they've fallen madly in love with you. 100%. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. Like, they've fallen madly in love with you. But it feels like it's at a distance so far. Okay, let's get some more info. Their late night thoughts. Introspection. Yeah, this is happening all within themselves. Sun, source, you are definitely the source of inspiration. You are definitely like lighting up their life. You've got the South Node, which is past, and there was a bunch of others. I'll just quickly look at these. Aquarius, I did get the Aquarius energy from the Star, and this very much healing energy of pouring from one cup into another. They want to have an exchange. They want to have an emotional exchange with you. You've got conjunction, alliance, which hints at their past or potential to work with you, but they don't want to collaborate with anyone else. They want to get all their ducks in a row so that they can be in alignment to have an alliance with you. Scorpio, investigate. I feel like they are keeping tabs on you in a sense. And then discomfort, deliberated. And this person feels like there's a maze inside their mind. Look at this card. This person feels like they're really going around in circles and maybe hitting like dead ends with you. Like the Winchester house, like stairs to nowhere, you know, like they're really deliberated over how they're feeling about this, but there's intense energy with the Scorpio. And I feel like they need more information. They need to gather more information to have this actually come true. And I feel that's why this look inside yourself card is here, because they need to know, like, I'm feeling this way, but why? But also, how do I make this happen? Their late night thoughts of them. Their late night thoughts of them. They are kind of stuck in the past. I feel like something may have happened between you, or you were able to get close to this person previously, and it hasn't been recent. But you're still the sun for them. They're still like trying to align themselves towards you. Because it may have been, I mean, originally this card felt like it was reversed, and this is like a flower in spring. And I feel like that might have been something might have happened in spring. They might have got close to you in spring, but not right now. I'm using my Megadeck for the first time. How does this person feel about you, and what do they want to say? How does this person feel about part one? That's too many, but I'm going to turn over these two because they were on my desk. Okay, we've got Pillar of Light. Your vibration is rising. You are the Oracle. They really see you as someone perhaps quite spiritual, quite empowered, quite independent. But wish fulfillment, they really put you on a pedestal to the point where you seem otherworldly. And I feel like they do want to ground this, but there's so much emotion, and the Pentacle energy is in reverse. There's not much to hold on to. And then you've got water your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, and rest. I feel like they want to nourish you. This Queen of Wands is giving me like this guy just really worshipping at her feet. Like, I want to wash your feet. Lots of watery energy going on here. And I feel like so much juiciness has been like extracted from them because of how you... Wow, I really just realized what I said there. Yeah, I feel like so much has been like taken out of them emotionally that they are realizing it's becoming a little bit unhealthy. They need to start taking better care of themselves because it is starting to become a little bit obsessive, like a waterfall, but like it's broken the dam. You know, it's really starting to like wash them out. Too much water can be a bad thing. And then it says, trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? This person looks very isolated on this journey. And it does look quite barren. So as much as they're feeling these wet, watery, juicy feelings towards you, and this one is showing like lots of rainbows and happiness and like this ideal kind of oasis in their mind, but actually the journey is quite desolate. You know, it's almost like, okay, I'm starting to realize maybe this is an oasis. Can we get a bit more information about this situation? Okay, butterfly, a change for the better. They're hoping for this transformation, this situation to transform for the better. They're hoping to bring it out of the forest so that they can see the tree. Is what I heard there. Muddled, unclear thinking. It's starting to become such a burden of thoughts about you that it's actually like muddling them up. It's actually confusing them. It's actually starting to become such a wildfire, like a wild forest, that they're getting lost in these thoughts. And they're starting to realize that. They're realizing that this might be a temporary situation of perhaps looking at you and thinking something might not last. With the tent, I'm just hearing like, do you live in a tent? You know, when someone opens a door and then they don't close it behind them and someone says to them, like, do you live in a tent? I feel like they're not sure that this is a stable place for them to actually like unpack their heart. As much as they've unpacked it in their mind and inside themselves, I don't feel like much of it is actually being granted. This wishbone says a wish is granted. They might get close to you. Let's find out. Broken bridge, unsuccessful outcome to a problem. Yeah, I think they get close to you, but in reality, there's no bridging the gap. You know, like in reality, they're making a wish at this time of year, or there's something that gets them in your vicinity, but then there's still this huge gap between the two of you and this unstable environment that they can't see the forest for the trees. They can't, yeah, they're getting lost. Something kind of Hansel and Gretel about this situation as well. Like surviving on breadcrumbs. Scissors, disappointment in some affair. And this is a cutting off energy. And this might actually be you, because you're starting to feel this huge surge of emotion that this person brings to their presence when you are with them, or when you're in their presence, or even if it's from afar and it's online or something like that. Because the star card can deal with like media, and you may be meeting in like a technological sense. I just feel like they are starting to realize, by examining what is causing them to feel this way, that they need to cut this off because it's actually really unstable and really unhealthy. As much as you give them all this pleasure, it does feel so dead end. It does feel deliberated. It does feel insanely intense, but I don't feel they're going to take much action towards you, because they're just enjoying the temptation. They're enjoying the imagination. They're enjoying this flow of inspiration. And as close as they might just have to accept that as close as they're going to get is something with the work realm. I mean, even this 12th house introspection, it looks like pentacles, but also the chakras there, the like crystal looking chakras, they actually look like pentacle energy. But the 12th house has to do with hidden desires and addiction and fantasy. It's your shadow self. It's the unconscious. It's secret. And I feel like they may be living in the past, and they're starting to realize that this compass needs to turn itself around. very much a feeling of like observing you from afar because of some kind of level of fame. But let's find out what they would like to say to you. If they had the chance, what they would like to say to you. Intense person. I mean, they might really be holding on to this because of the amount of inspiration they get towards their craft, in obsessing over you. They may be a photographer. They may have actually worked with you and photographed you before. And the temptation was so great, but in reality, the sobriety of the reality of, well, I can't for this reason, X, Y, Z. There's something quite youthful about you too, and that might be an issue. I fill up my stories so that you won't ask questions I have to lie about. Yeah, this gives me the sense of someone who over-explains themselves, but you realize that the very simple fact was the first thing that they said. You know, when someone is lying and they fill up their story with so much extra detail, you're just like, okay, bro, like, I get it. I feel so sick with how this is playing out. They do. There's so much water that I feel like you want to just let it all out. Like, you want to vomit it out. You know, when you just feel so full with water and then all you want to do is, like, tacky it out. I had a total eclipse of the heart. Wow, we've got so many here. Okay, I'm going to take that one, but not those, because that's way too many. My heart feels like it will explode. I've never felt like this before. We can tell. I'm not sure you feel the same way. Exactly. This is why this person is really examining this situation, and why there's not much actual physical connection that has taken place. Because of the, like in the cards, the lack of like actually touching you. Gaslighting, and I know it. It might be you that's gaslighting them, but it could be them gaslighting you into thinking that this could be a safe situation, but nothing seems to be grounding this. There's the tent has a flappy door, and so it's like an in and out situation. If you have been in a relationship with this person or a situationship with this person, it might have been quite on and off and in and out, and someone just needs to like break it off, cut it out. They're saying they're loyal AF towards you. We can't ruin this friendship though. Yeah, they could be deluding themselves is what I'm really picking up. It actually like, it feels weird. And like, I'm sorry to the person, but like, they believe that they are better friends with you than I think you think they are. And they're almost like selling you this dream because they're so overwhelmed with their emotions. But I think they know exactly that you do not feel the same. And they're just gaslighting themselves and you to pretend like they are. They're filling up their, oh my goodness. The card that I just put back caught my attention. Is this taboo? I feel like it is. And it actually makes me want to wrap this up real quick because it's just, I'm like, you do what you need to do to protect yourself. Especially online. That's my own opinion, but like, protect yourself. Okay, can we get some more information about this person? And this is my little like sensual desire deck, and it can be used as like playful reminders, but in this encounter I actually want to use it as advice as well. And then I'm going to do some story dice with you. Advice for pile one in this situation. Advice for pile one in this situation. Very specific. These cards are normally very, like, yeah, there we go. Normally quite active. So they have a very specific message for you. Red. I feel like, you're on red alert. Ooh, yeah. I mean, this person's feeling red hot towards you, but you're on red alert. And that again, it's in reverse. Love in reverse. I feel like you might have been fooled into thinking at one point in time in the past perhaps, that this was real love, but actually it's quite like jolting you now. It's like red flags and like stop sign been like flashing at you to say, this is not love. This isn't entirely healthy. And something needs to stop here. Yeah, red light. And then you've got bite, and it's in like a blockage position. This person, this is a weird message. This person may, or you may feel like this person has taken a bite out of you, and that is enough. And that is enough, I heard. All right, I'm going to wrap this up. Let's get some story dice on this situation. That one landed on the floor. Okay, something happening at night. A message might be coming through. It's time to bounce. You don't want to climb that ladder anymore. You do not want the wheels in motion. You don't want to spin that top anymore. You don't want to entertain this idea anymore. There actually may be a different idea that you're a little bit confused about, with the light bulb actually being in like a blockage position. It's almost like you're zooming in and realizing that this is unhealthy and kind of weird. And this message might actually be shocking you right now. And this message that comes through potentially at nighttime might be shocking you as well. To make you realize, it shocks you into gear, I heard. Makes you realize just how intense this all is. And then this little robot is giving me technology vibes again. It's actually giving me AI vibes. So this person is not devoid of emotion. They're overflowing with emotion. I feel like there's a fault. There's a fault in the manufacturing is what I hear with that. So take this how it resonates. I'm sorry to anyone who was coming for a light-hearted reading, but if this does, please, if this does resonate, please tell me without telling me too much. Please tell me in the comments, because this is intense and I do feel for you. But if it is something where you're like, I'm all for it. I mean, Scorpio, sometimes you are all for the intensity. If you're all for it, then that judgment is on you, and you can read these cards how they best fit for you. But overall, and the energy that I'm getting like in my shoulders, like tingling down my shoulders, it just feels a little bit too intense, and it might be time to back off. Okay. And I would take a good look inside yourself, examine why this situation is making, or what in this situation is making you feel this way. But what is this way? Like, right? What is actually this way? Why am I feeling afraid, perhaps? Why am I feeling intense? Why am I feeling like I want to give this a shot? Whatever it is for you, I feel like this card is also for you. Okay, pile one. I wish you all the best, and please like and subscribe for more videos coming through. This is a new channel. I really appreciate your support. I'll see you in my next reading. Bye. Hi, pile two. This is your reading. This is the card that you picked. It looks beautiful, very loving, very safe. Let's see what it says. When it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. Okay, so we are going to get a lot of cards. I've actually got 7 different decks here at the moment. And we're going to get a lot of information about your person, or this person on your mind's late night thoughts of you. What do they want to say, and advice in this situation? But it seems like no matter where this goes or what decision you make, or essentially because we're asking about that person, essentially whatever decision they make, they're just going to take it as chalk it up to experience. They're just going to go, okay, I'm not going to get too hung up. And it feels like something someone would say after they've been through a period of pain, a period of heartbreak, or perhaps multiple heartbreaks, where they're just at that point in life where they're like, okay, I'm not going to get too hung up too soon about the outcome of this. I'm just going to let things flow. So let's get some information about how this person feels about you. You might also be feeling the same way, because it does have a very mirroring kind of energy with these two people here and all the love hearts surrounding them. It's like, look, I'm not going to close my heart off. I'm not going to say no. I'm just going to let things happen as they happen. and see where it takes us. It feels very like choose your own adventure kind of vibe too. And it's taking the pressure off, I'm feeling. Expands your understanding of life and love. You may be young, like you and this person may be quite young, and you're understanding that, look, I'm probably going to have to go through a few things in love before I find my one and only. But you don't have to be, of course. That's just a feeling that I get. Because you can be learning things. We definitely are learning things the whole way throughout our lives as well. How does this person feel? What are their late night thoughts? Bottom deck energy is the Three of Pentacles in reverse. This actually came out for number 1. It was like one of their main kind of cards. I've got Temperance, Six of Pentacles in reverse. How does that want to come out? Two of Cups, the Knave of Pentacles. Interesting. And the Three of Chalices. These cards are very slackther, so I'm not going to hold them up and show you focused in front of the camera, just because YouTube is PG like that. But I do feel like there may have been a waiting period for this person to come across you. They're realizing that they had to get to a certain point in their life before they met you. And they are a little bit cautious. They are a little bit closed off about how much they're willing to give. It's almost like they're tempering their, like I said here, they're tempering their all guns blazing. They're tempering their rose-colored glasses a little bit. But the Two of Cups says that this is potentially a mutually expressed feeling, or a mutual feeling that you would like expressed. You two may have been intimate together already. This person is quite smitten by you. There may have been alcohol involved, or they would like for alcohol to be involved in order to seduce you. And really, I'm seeing like seduce you. Yeah, okay. I'm a little bit wary of this card. Let's come back to that. And then the Three of Chalices also talks about possible third parties. It talks about a lot of celebration. There may be a party coming up where there is alcohol involved. Even this Temperance card, and I will show this one because she's got her clothes on. Even this Temperance card, this woman looks like she is concocting something. Almost like I'm hearing like Spike the Punch. So just be a little bit wary of that. But yeah, I feel like this person and you both have feelings towards each other. It feels like a crush situation. But this person is also coming across like the only way I'm going to have a chance is if I get this person plastered. The only way I'm going to get a chance is if we're at this event and there's Dutch courage, you know, there's alcohol involved. There's, I want this person to be open to me. So therefore I'm going to have to, I mean, this is a very open position. This is a very trusting position. And I feel like they want your inhibitions gone. It could be an innocent, like, flirtation thing where, like, they're quite nervous. I do feel that anyway. They're quite nervous to overgive, but they want to express how they're feeling. They want to express this emotion that they have towards you. But they don't necessarily have to go about it with this alcohol, but I feel like they're potentially quite nervous about it. And not just alcohol, but some other kind of substance or a situation where, I just heard the word inebriated, which is scary, but like a situation where the thoughts are very loose, where the thoughts and feelings and actions of a person are quite like the guard is really down, and it's a really trusting situation. And I don't mean that in a good way. It's a trusting situation in that there's, yeah, the inhibitions are down. The guards are down. The guards are down. Interesting. This person you may have actually worked with in the past, or you may want to work with them, but they don't want to work with anyone else but you. The pain hidden by luxury. The pain hidden by luxury. Again, there's a sense of alcohol being involved. I feel like either they're spending money, or previously, because the Six of Pentacles is in reverse, they previously may have spent money to hide their feelings. They want to be generous with you, but I feel like in the past, it's almost like they've been taken advantage of. Or they're hiding their pain from a past hurt with material possessions, with work, but potentially being taken advantage of financially as well. The lightness of being. That's beautiful. You certainly make this person feel like you're a blossom of fresh air. Like you probably smell quite nice to this person. You make them feel euphoric, is what I heard. There may be a sense of ritual that they would like to... I just heard the word entangle. Wow, a lot of interesting words are coming through here. That they would like to entangle you in some ritual. They like the way you dress. You may dress quite differently. And I'm hearing exotically. But it says sharing tales of love and romance. Yeah, I feel like there's a group situation where the conversation leads to relationships and how things have been, and it might get juicy. It might be like sex talk. And there is a naked girl surrounded by these people who look like they've just, had a romp, and everyone's having a laugh about how that went down. So it does feel like something that is kind of like the whole crowd, the whole like party knows about this situation. There may be talk going on of like, are they going to hook up? Like, is this, or like watch them flirt or something like that. They're making eyes at each other across the room. But it feels like it's a jovial atmosphere. It doesn't feel gossipy, like in a negative sense. It feels like anticipation. And the hate nurtured with love. The hate nurtured with love. This person may be quite tortured by the idea of love as well. Potentially someone has stabbed this person in the back before. Starving artist vibe, tortured artist vibes. There's something quite surreal about them. Even having the idea to fall back in love again. They've healed to a certain degree, but something's in the shadows that can still haunt them and can still taunt them. And they're wanting to use their pain. They're needing to. This is what they're thinking at night about you. Is they're like, well, I could use this situation and see it's like neither right nor wrong here nor there. I need to expand my understanding of life and love, and I need to alchemize the pain. And it may be a situation where they're like, well, F it. I'm just going to have a crack at this. Like, I'm just going to have a go at this. And I'm just going to open my heart back up again, despite some torture that they are, like, going back and forth on. Because it almost goes like pain, pleasure, like, and that's that balance. And Temperance is talking about the balance. They're really trying to balance their emotions and balance their next actions. They're like, well, I'm going to temper my fall too soon, too quick, my romanticized. There's something like about literature here too. Is something where it, like rom-com romances or the old tales of the past, like these tales might be stories that have been sold to us about how things should play out. As not necessarily the case. And this person is realizing, well, I need to write my own story here. The feelings of an awakened heart. This person sees you as quite powerful, and Empress energy here as well. So someone who is the Queen of all queens, and it's almost like this chick gives me a feeling that, and we do energy, not gender, but a lot of these cards do depict female forms. This person might feel like you could eat them whole is what I'm getting there. They want to have the feelings again of a fully open and trusting heart, an awakened heart, because you are inspiring them to feel that way, because you are someone who appears spiritually healed and spiritually full. And there's something Wheel of Fortune about this as well. They feel like their luck might just turn, but they don't want to get too ahead of themselves. Okay, what else is this person thinking? Their late night thoughts of pile 2. What is this person thinking? Their late night thoughts of pile 2. What is this person thinking? Moon in reverse, perception. I'm going to put that up right over there. They're not sure. They're definitely not sure. There are secrets, but I feel like some of these secrets might actually come to the forefront, and their perception will be set right around the time of an event. We've got retrograde review. They've definitely been looking into the past to try and understand this. Stuck in the matrix, stuck in a vortex, is what I'm hearing with that. They're really analyzing themselves, like what maketh the man is what I just heard. Again, take it as energy, not gender. There's been a lot of spirals for this person. A spiraling staircase. They're really unsure, almost making them dizzy trying to understand it. So they're just settling with, well, whatever happens, happens. Solar calm, clarify. Yeah, they need the clarification of, I'm sure if we go to these, what this person wants to say cards, something about like, I'm not sure you feel the same way is actually going to be coming out. But this gives me peace. They want a sense of peace as well. They want a sense of Mercury messages. Yeah, this is definitely communication. They want to speak. They want to get this clarity. They want to perhaps review the situation with you, but also like walk away from the spiraling of their past, like that spiraling kind of energy that they're in, and they want to actually move into, they want to walk to the end of the light, I guess. They want to come to the end of this like pattern that they've been in and actually get some clarification on this. And again, the lightness of being, something feels quite fresh, and they want that. They don't want to go into the dark, even though the solar calm is peaceful, it's still dark there. They want sun energy, and you've got moon energy as well. 5th house underneath with passion, and it depicts something that looks quite like the artist again. So you've got 2 like palettes here. This person really wants to like create something with you. And there might be a hospital or nursing connection as well, because this gives me like medicine vibes, that symbology there. Mercury. You've got retrograde and you've got Mercury in retrograde. So it feels like things haven't been working in this person's favor, or there's been delays. And that Temperance card at the very beginning gave me that impression as well. There has been delays in messages coming through and in you guys being able to come together. It may have been work related that you know, you're both quite busy, or it may have been that there's been another situation. With the 3 of Pentacles in reverse, it may have been another situation has come to an end, and now they're getting a chance. Either you were in a relationship before or they were, and now they're getting a chance with this event that's coming up, or this date that they want to take you on. But it feels very much like a party kind of vibe, where they might get they finally might get the chance to come and speak to you and actually have that like clarified for them. This situation needs some clarity. It needs some peace, because it's kind of sending this person loopy. That's the word, loopy. Spiraling. All right, I'm using my Megadeck. The late night thoughts. Wait. I feel like they're saying, like, I've waited freaking long enough. I've waited long enough. And they might be scared that they've made you wait too long as well. Child of the cosmos, the intelligence of the universe lies within you. They really feel like you have the intelligence of the universe, but they also are starting to come to terms with their own divinity. I just heard They want to speak to you, very much so. It's not yet time, things have been woven. And that spiral there, that galactic spiral, definitely resonates with the retrograde spiraling staircase imagery as well. They've had to wait. But I don't really feel like they don't want to wait anymore. They want to be like pulled back into like the heart center, command center. You know what I mean? Like if they're lost in space, they want to be like, have that cord pull them back in to ground this. Mirror, who or what is triggering you? I feel like they're actually asking that of you as well. But they're also looking within themselves to understand things from the past that they potentially were trying to avoid. And now that you've sparked something within them again, they're actually having to face that and go, oh, okay, before I go too far. But I feel like two of you, there's Gemini energy here as well. I feel like both of you might actually be looking at, because it's a mutual feeling, possibly, take it how it resonates, that you both might be actually looking into your past and looking at some emotional baggage that you need to clear up. Because then you've got this person like sitting in the cave, but looking at the like night sky from the cave. They want to come out of hiding. They want to share their voice, come out of the cave, persecution, expression. Absolutely. And expression again, feeling like some kind of artist or creative vibe with this person. They're looking at you like a wonder of the world, like the seventh wonder of the world kind of thing, with the pyramids in the background. They want to tell you how important they see you, how spiritual they see you. They want to say, I see you. Star ancestors, hidden secrets, lost wisdom, look a little deeper. And then we've got the pyramids again. Leap, you go first, the universe will catch you. Yeah, they are going to have to be the ones, I feel, or they feel they have to be the one to take the first move here. And this is full card energy, so it's like I'm ready to even though I don't know, when there's this moon energy of unsure and hidden secrets, and there's something that I don't know, and like, is she talking to someone? Are they talking to someone? Is she going to be open to me? And if I say she, please excuse me, it's just reading the card energy. Like, am I going to have to take her by surprise? Am I going to have to be a bit sneaky about this? Or are they going to be open to it? But there's also two people, you know, so you go first. This person really is saying, okay, I'm going to have to make the first move, but I'm sure, I have a feeling this person is going to want to follow and leap off the ridge as well. Metaphorically. All right, what else is going on in this situation, please? What are their late night thoughts of pile 2? What are their late night thoughts of pile 2 in this situation? How is this playing out? Or how are they hoping it will play out? Box in reverse. I feel like there's a Pandora's box feeling going on. You will receive a gift. It might not be the gift that they wanted, or they might be saying, I want to give a gift to you, but they're not sure how it's going to be received, because you've also got the Six of Pentacles in reverse there as well. They're not sure how it's going to be received. All right. But yes, box, you will receive a gift. They may be planning something, especially this time of year. I'm recording this in December. Temporary problems, clouds. They want to clear the air on something that potentially happened between the two of you. Mountain road, you are on the road to success. And then this is giving me all this journey imagery of like taking the leap, right? Sorry, I'm holding it up in the wrong direction there as I'm looking at the cards. This person might be a Capricorn, because it just gives me like mountain goat energy, where it's a real rocky, craggy cliff, and they're like determined to get up this road and get to success. And success being you, because a marriage will take place, either romantic or business. Ring. Take it how it resonates. They feel like they could have it all with you. They do. Frying pan, trouble, accusations. I do feel like that might be something of the gossip. They might feel like they're in the heat, like they've got the heat on them. And they do, like, I think they really understand that if they're going to be sneaky about this, and if they're going to have to, like, supple you up, I heard, with you know, party tricks, that there may be trouble. And they're actually like, oh, look, I could get myself into hot water here. I'm not sure about that. Tulip, great passion. And it's simple. It's simple and beautiful. And that's, like, they've got that passion for you, indeed. And there's something luxurious about the tulip as well. And this luxury here, I feel this person has been very generous in the past, and they're seeing you as worthy of this generosity, but they just have to be sure. They have to know within themselves and know for sure in the physical that this is possible. Reconciliation. Yeah, like I said, this may have been delayed, and now you get to actually see this person in the flesh. There's other symbology around the pineapple, so take that how it resonates as well. It does give me summer vibes too, if we're talking about it quite innocently. Maybe some cocktails. Yeah. Definitely, like, they're feeling like they need some courage to execute whatever this is. Okay, what does this person want to say? It's too many, but I'll take the top one. What does this person want to say? File 2. What does this person want to say? What are they staying up late thinking about? Saying. What is the message? What is the message? Since they want to come through with a message. Okay. I'm getting my money's worth out of your good nature while I can. Yeah, I feel like that's coming back to the generosity that they've perhaps given in the past, and they're like, look, I'm just going to see if you're someone who is the kind of person that reciprocates. You're bad for me, but I'm hooked. Take me off that pedestal. I'm not as perfect as you think. They do feel like you could be dangerous, and this is why it's doing their head in so much. But they don't want to cloak you in the same clothing as the wolf. I just heard you're different. You've got exotic clothing. Because you almost appear too good to be true that you won't hurt them, is what they're feeling. And they're afraid that if they behave in a certain way at this event, that you will take them off the pedestal that you have put them on. But also, like, I feel like they want you to see their humanness. They want you to see them in a different way, which really moves me to think it's a work situation. You are my eternal flame. They've definitely, like, lit up by you. I've loved you since the minute I met you. Big exclamation there. Is this taboo? Again, could be a work realm. I'm so broken that everything now is just surface level. Yeah, they've definitely kept things quite, they are tortured by certain things in the past, and tortured meaning, like, they do, like, express their pain, or they're wanting to express their pain of past hurts. And maybe in the stories that you guys are sharing in this group situation, they're actually saying out loud, oh, I've given up, right? But actually, the other things that they would say to you, they're very untrusting. And this is why they're just in this place of, well, it'll be what it'll be. I've given enough. Yeah, what did we say? They've given enough in the past. So they're just really trying to play it cool. It's really not that deep. Yeah, I feel like that's a dig at me. They're like, chill, Sam, chill. I'm so attracted to how you carry yourself. Yeah, they see that in the lightness of being, in the feelings of an awakened heart, this Empress energy that you're presenting, the way you communicate possibly as well, the way you clothe yourself. They just, they're really, like, obsessed with how you look as well. How you carry yourself is quite enriching. It's beautiful. With you, I feel like anything is possible. You make me feel alive. Yeah, as you can see, this person is quite torn about this situation, and they're just like, okay, we're going to have this party. Like, I'm pretty sure this person feels the same way, but I need clarity on this. I don't want to get hurt again. I don't want to get hurt again. I don't want to get hurt again. And I'm willing and open to give more when I know more. which can be a frustrating feeling to have. Okay, this is my little desire deck that's usually like used as like a game, but it also has really intuitive messages. So these I feel like is advice for you, advice for pile 2 in this situation. The mirroring energy is a blockage there. Again, Gemini, and again, like feelings that are quite reciprocated. So I feel like this person is going to be quite pleasantly surprised, and then we've got surprise coming out as well. So there is some kind of gift, I feel, or it's going to take them by surprise that you feel the same way. Sour is in this blockage position as well. They've got to let go of that bitterness. They've got to let go of that past like taste in their mouth, I feel. And that weird kind of imagery that I just got, they want to kiss you to get rid of the other taste. And it sounds bad, but if you think about it, like that is actually such a nice thing too. They want to replace the memories that they've got because they're tortured in some way by them, and they want to replace it with you. They'd much rather the taste of you. But you've also got, you might also need, because we're looking at this as advice, and I've just gone with this being more of their thoughts. You're going to be taken by surprise that they feel the same. There's definitely, this card says wet. There's definitely some juicy feels here. There's definitely some kind of flowing liquids at this party. And you may be craving the attention of this person. So much so that you might need this Dutch courage as well. You might need this alcoholic beverage, a cocktail or two. Keep your wits about you. Just my opinion. Okay, last messages for pile 2. Yeah, fruity. Something summery too. Juicy, super juicy. There may be food involved at this event. Some skeletons coming out of the closet potentially with these sharing tales. This person may be a photographer, or you may want to get a picture together. That might be a hint if you know, they're showing signs of being interested in you. Definitely messages being exchanged. Heart eyes coming forward. Like there is real love here. There is a real like affection, I should say here. Your phone's going to be going off with these back and forth messages. The love heart is in between of that. It's like once you guys get going, you won't stop. There may be a holiday, or again, this summery tropical kind of vibe going on, where all of this might actually happen and take place. And then you're like geeking out on each other. You're geeking out on the love that you have for each other. And yeah, heart eyes. There's something very like heart eyes, you know, the emoji where it's just like, ooh, you give me all the feels. And like the minute you look at them, you know, that love is reciprocated back. It's like, yeah, you're it. But also rose-colored glasses. So really like enjoying this honeymoon phase because it's making you really happy is what I feel about that. All right, that is all the messages that I have for you, pile 2. Please let me know in the comments below if it resonated. I'd really hope it helped in some way. Like and subscribe as well. This is a new channel and I want you to see the new videos that I've got coming up for you. I'll see you in my next one. Thanks, pile 2. Bye. Hello, pile 3, and welcome to your reading. This is the card that you chose. It looks very healing. It looks like potentially one party is a healer by touch or energy. Or it feels like distance, like someone is at a distance and sending you telepathic kind of messages is what I'm getting from that. And what does it say? It says healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment. Yeah, and there's this angelic presence that is over your body or over their body. They're feeling like together this relationship would be extremely healing for them. I do get strong like healer vibes. They might be a massage therapist, or you might be. Okay, so I've got 7 decks to get through. We're going to get their late night thoughts of you. What do they want to say, and some advice in this situation. I've already pre-shuffled, but I'll give it another whirl. This particular deck here is quite nudie-rooty and not YouTube friendly, but I love it anyway because it gives me heaps of intuitive downloads in the imagery, as well as just like the feel of the cards for me. So we want to know, Spirit, what is this person, what is pile 3's person's late night thoughts of pile 3. What are their late night thoughts of pile 3, please? As usual, take what resonates. Don't let anything take from you. One more card, I think. Their late night thoughts about pile 3. What are their late night thoughts? Bottom deck energy is the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands upright. Don't you love that? Shuffling from an upside down deck. Okay. I'm going to keep that in the reverse though. All right, we've got Judgment, the Seven of Pentacles, the Hermit, the Empress, and the Two of Pentacles. Interesting. There may be a okay. This may okay. Just going to go with whatever's coming up. Sorry about the big long pause there. There's a lot of information just in that one Judgment card. This may be a marriage, but I've also feel possibly in separation. There may be children involved, or there may be marriage on this person's mind. That might be their outcome. They want to bind themselves to you. They think that this could be an angelic, divinely guided family unit that you may have together. But something needs to close out, or something needs to be set right before this can happen. These ties that bind, I just heard, and I've got an itchy shoulder for some reason. The ties that bind. There also does appear like surreal imagery on this card. It appears like they're in a tent or in a circus. It might feel like you're under scrutiny, or this person thinks that this relationship might come under a lot of scrutiny because it's like on show. But also it feels like there's a lot of like moving parts in this situation. Okay, moving along. The Seven of Pentacles. This person wants to... okay, no, don't say that, Sam. This person wants to plant seeds. Let's just put it that way. This person would like to plant a seed and see it grow. Very much like... yeah, making a child here. And they understand that there's hard work required. These two people look like they're quite spent. Actually, they're covered by a cloth. They look quite spent. They've had a very sweaty session, I would say. They've been eating, they've been drinking, the candle's gone out, so I feel like it's a dawn of a new day, but they've put in the work, right? They're willing to put in the work. Then you've got the Hermit, who is the thinker. Like, look at the thinker pose. You know, if you look at that, is it rodent statue, sculpture? That person is giving me big thinker vibes. So it's like they've gone into their head and they're possibly looking at you with someone else. They're possibly contemplating, or in their mind's eye, you're with someone else and you're getting the attention from someone else. And this healing or this overthinking is going on late night, like a lot of late night thoughts about you, definitely like filling their head and almost perpetuating into the day, like leading into their day. They're just in this cave of thoughts about you. The Empress in reverse, they see you as a goddess, but they feel like this goddess could eat them alive. And that was a message that came up for the other pile as well. This goddess is potentially quite scary. They feel that. They feel like if you're outside in the sunshine having a romp with someone else, it's because you don't want to deal with someone who is potentially in their cave and in a period of darkness, and potentially working on their own healing, right? Because it came out directly under the healing card as well. They feel like even though they see you as compassionate and the Queen of all Queens and beautiful and understanding and a great communicator and like mothering energy, that perhaps you just don't have time for them though. Perhaps with all this going on, why would they feel inadequate around you? Why would you, is what they're saying. And the Two of Pentacles here. This feels like a date. I feel you've gone out for dinner and you've gone back to someone's house, or they're approaching you at an event, because this woman is quite dressed up. I'll show you the card. She's got clothes on. It gives me date vibes. They want this energy to be reciprocated. They want you to feel the same way. They wonder if you're feeling the same way. They want to pay. What did pay? They want to pay. They possibly want to pay for the date to show you the start of something. The start of something. They want to clear the air. They want to set something right. They want something to be balanced and equal and reciprocated. They're trepidatious. They're cautious. There's possibly a lot going on. And so you have to sneak in this moment, either at an event, I feel, or they just have to like sneak in this whisper in your ear just to say this one thing. Like they want to tell you how beautiful you look, by the way. And with the Ace of Wands here, they have a very passionate offer they want to present to you. They want to be in your presence. They want to be in the flames with you. Right, let's get some more information. Their late night thoughts are really deep, and yeah, there's been an intensity to all of the readings today, but I feel like their overall goal is to heal and be healed. And they're almost giving themselves affirmations about it as well. Talking themselves, coaxing themselves out of this cave. Knowing, having the wisdom to know that they're going to have to put in the work. They're going to have their dark night of the soul. If they want to be with someone like you, if they want to balance things out and set things right, if they want to present this offer in a way that could not fail, that will be accepted, that could be healing, there's so much that's going on that they feel like, oh, the lightness of being. This came out for pile 2 as well. They feel you as quite exotic, untouchable, I heard as well. The way that you dress really astounds them, I heard. Astounds. The lure of the easiest way. Ooh. Protecting your feelings. Instinctual bliss. Creative intimacy. Yeah. They're, as much as they have passion for you, all of this in the middle makes them wonder if you or them should take an easier route, right? If you or them should go make other arrangements and like hookup culture, the lure of the easiest way. It would be easier if I wasn't feeling so much. It would be easier if I didn't feel like I had to protect my feelings, or that you are protecting your feelings. They perhaps have seen like a side eye from you, you know, like a backwards glance from you. And this is maybe what has sparked this passion, is just one glance, right? And they feel like they could have you. It's a possibility. But they feel you're also protecting yourself. You're guarding from showing your complete self to them. They may have seen you or imagined you letting all that go and just having complete bliss in the moment and freeing yourself from these burdens. I feel like they're very worried about you being the one that goes for a quick and easy option because you don't want to get your heart hurt again. But they want to open that heart space up of yours and get creative with intimacy and show you that there's so much more than an easy way out, or that there's so much more than the easy options. You know, that's like kiss and tell or I just heard root and brute. But like there's so much more than the quick hookup culture. This person wants to paint me like one of your French girls, right? They want to worship at the altar of you Interesting. You make them feel seen, but it's exotic. It's like this, there's something about the way you look at this person is so mysterious, is the word, mysterious. They don't quite understand what this Empress energy is is capable of. Oh, mystery straight away. Get out of town. Love you. Yeah. 8th house is all about sex and death and transformation, and you can see that in the cards. It's a gold skull, right? And this person or this moment is having an epiphany. There's an epiphany about the mystery that surrounds you. Very much wanting to speak, very much in their head about you. It's moving into their heart, but there has to be a death of something else for there to be a rebirth of this situation. Something very taboo, which came up in pretty much every group. Very like magic about this situation. About how they feel too. It's magic that they even feel this way. But you are the magic that has brought them to feel to this point. I never know if I'm saying that right. Ceres, nurture. It's a harvesting. There's a sickle harvesting the wheat, and they know that if they are to have their harvest, they have to put in the work first. I heard they want to nurture you. They want to bring you the flowers, but they know that they have to almost like get your permission for you to even accept. And there's an innocence in this card as well. There's an innocence about this nurturing energy. Something is still very hidden. It does feel taboo with the moon and the sickle. Something just flipped. Let me get some more information. Their late night thoughts of pile 3, please. I mean, it's quite tender. All these little moments are quite tender. There's something very appreciative about this person when they look at you. They just want to drink you all in. They want to paint you. They want all of this to be a beautiful picture, is what I heard. Okay, Libra, balance. They want the situation to come into balance for sure. Scorpio, that also came out in another pile. Very intense feelings. They feel like they need more information. They need to investigate this situation a little bit more. They need to investigate your feelings, right? And again with the 8th house, with the sex and death and transformation. It's like they've been stung by this mystery about you. But there's a moodiness to them. There's just hidden moons in a lot of these cards. And it just gives me like a moodiness where they perhaps are feeling really unsure. They really want healing. They want the dark to go, the light to appear. They feel something is going through the motions. And I think that's why they don't completely understand you. And they've got you on this pedestal of like exotic, don't look but don't touch kind of feeling. And what happens it's definitely revealing like what happens at night is that I really believe they're staying up quite late at night, ruminating on all of this and just going around and around in a cycle. And the Libra, the balancing the scales, it comes back to judgment. It feels like something has to be set right first. And again, there's a moon in that card and there's a moon in that card, right? And Uranus is all about change as well. Something needs to shift. I'm hearing clockwork. Like clockwork. The clock strikes a certain time and there they are. They're thinking about you. You're appearing. You're this bejeweled. Oh, Taylor Swift song, maybe? Jeweled? I can't remember how it goes. There's a jewel-like energy to you, which is lovely. This Megadeck here is going to give me more of their higher self kind of thoughts about you as well. let's get into it. We've got lots of decks here today, by the way. This person is tender, soft-hearted, a little bit confused, a little bit damaged. I mean, aren't we all? They find you extremely intriguing, and that is what's keeping them up at night. They just can't put their finger on, like, what am I to do next? How do I get this person to open up to me? How do I see that it's possible? There may have been a lot of patience with this Judgment card. This might have been something from the past. And that's why they're feeling like they have to put in the work, because it's almost like, well, been down this road before. Birthing a new age, it's that death and transformation. Birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. I feel like you might have so much going on with this Empress energy, and this birthing creative pursuits as well is coming up a lot. They see you as a master manifester and someone that can bring anything they want into life, but actually they want to bring in a new chapter for you, and that again reinforces that potentially this has been something that it's come back around again. That death energy gives that to me as well, and perhaps that's why they're ruminating that you're like taking an easier option or being with someone else, is because there's been a time in between, there's been period in between this transformation that's needed to take place, and they want your SEX, they want that, they don't want anyone else to have that. They're trusting the timing of this. Something just gave me twin flame vibes. If you resonate with that, please only take it if you do. If not, I don't want you to hold on to that at all. But something about that push-pull kind of chaser-runner effect, where it's like, I've met this amazing person, but because of something, a road hump that got in the way, because of healing that has been forced to happen by us colliding, right? We've had to have a separation period, but they're just longing to get this back together. They're longing to be in your arms. They're longing to be on the same path as you as well. Everything that happens around a reading, I also take into account. So if you just heard that message come through, I feel like they want... part of their healing is to come through and communicate this to you. Trust the timing. Trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. Yeah, again, trust the wave you came in on. The way that you guys came together, I'm trusting that beginning too. And transformation, there's transformation everywhere in this reading. Things are changing at a cellular level. 100%. 100%. This pharaoh-looking woman, I don't know, is a woman a pharaoh as well? Wow, that's really like jolted my Egyptian history memory. But yes, I'm pretty sure they can be. And she's got the Sphinx at her side there. This is Empress energy as well, I feel. And it's also giving me magician vibes. This person sees you as being able to achieve anything they want, and they want to believe that for themselves as well. They are having a massive transformation. They want to move things forward. They're working with their spiritual side. I just heard to save this, okay? So take that how it resonates as well. Big moon energy in this card as well. They could be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Libra. Yeah, Libra strong. And keepers of the earth, you are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. Yeah, I do feel, and that's giving me Chariot vibes with the two cats at the front and the wings, like on the wings of the eagles and the wolves and the elephants and the lions, like through the higher, like divine timing. They're understanding divine purpose, divine timing. They're understanding that, okay, this situation might be really hard and hurtful and I'm not going to say depressing, but like a lot for them to like be mulling on. But they know that they're not the first ones to go through this. They know that for people to create and write and talk about deep, true love, that other people have gone through this situation as well. And this might be something they've always dreamed of. You are someone they've always dreamed of, and they see you continuing to shine. But they don't want to hold you back from doing that. And that their transformation might be too late. But they're actually trying to believe, they're fighting that. They're fighting that within themselves and saying, no, I got this. And then they're going to and from. They need to nurture themselves to come to a place where they can come out of this cave, they can set things right, and they can see themselves as worthy after some kind of transformation, because ancient ancestors stand beside you. They want to stand beside you as well. If the ancestors are going to bring us back together. And on the bottom of the deck, it says called, soul gifts and training. It's time to step up. Yeah, they're looking at that doorway and they're like, okay, do I run through? They really are starting to realize the momentum is gaining. I'm sure if I had the Moonology deck, that card would come out. This situation is gaining momentum. The cosmos is calling them to make the moves. They've been training for this for lifetimes. All the hurt and from the past, all the hurt and stuff they've gone through in the past is coming to good use. I just heard. Casket, someone going out of your life or the end of a situation. Now take that how it resonates, but with all the death energy here, they may have been an actual physical death of something or someone that has caused this separation as the healing needs to take place. Someone might not have been able to deal, and so they were just like, look, let's leave this for now and come back to it later. And they're really thinking about that late at night. It says you need to defend yourself. They may feel like they have something to defend, perhaps their behavior in the past. And work, achievement, success. This is the energy of the Seven of Pentacles. Tankard, which is like a cup, right? Like quite a big chalice. Celebration, fun, enjoyment. And that came out over the Two of Pentacles on the card that looks like a date or an event taking place. So I feel like they want to cheers to this outcome that they're hoping for. You've got bouquet, compliments from an admirer, matching the bouquet of this nurture card. Cobweb, protected from negative forces beyond your control. I do feel like they're starting to call in their ancestors and their divine spiritual team, because this cobweb is like a film in front of them that even though they'll run into it, they're not going to get bitten by the spider, or they're not going to get the whatever else was coming at them full speed, hitting them in the face. And that might be indicative of the pause between this situation, that there's a thin film between the two of you. And that is actually protection, right? This pause is protection. Fan, romance, celebration, party. Yeah, and again, this gives me exotic vibes too, with this lightness of being card and this geisha kind of girl here. And the fan, there may be like a costume party taking place, and they really want to romance you there. They want to seduce you. They want to, they're hoping that this will end up in a passionate climax. And then fox, shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. I feel like they're using what they have learnt in business or work about how to be shrewd. They're looking at this as like a problem that needs to be solved, which is a very masculine way of looking at things, and take that how it resonates. Flip it if you need to. But even if they are feminine, they're looking at this through a clever, they're trying to look at this as a clever way, right? And they may also have like I don't like the word stalking, but they're watching you to find out the right timing. They're like hanging back a little bit to and another one flipped there, to get the right timing on this situation. We actually have heaps right there, so we'll go with those. So this is what this person wants to say to you. My heart chakra is completely blocked. Yeah. Whew, that feels heavy. I actually got like a pain in my chest. I feel like my story, so you won't ask questions I have to lie about. This came out in pile 1. It feels like someone, when you do see them, that they're over-explaining themselves. I'm exploring my sexuality. I'm having an awakening. Now, that doesn't need to be with someone else or with quick exchanges, but it could be that their spiritual awakening or their sexual awakening has induced, I just heard, induced their spiritual awakening. So they might have woken up one night and just gone, shit, is this all there is to life? And they've probably started exploring their own body, looking at themselves through the light that perhaps you saw them through. And they're actually having an awakening and going, no, I am worth this. I am, like, I can have love in my life. I can love myself, because I feel like a lot of this healing that they're trying to do is about loving themselves first, so that then they can appreciate the love that you have to give and letting that come in and then reciprocating it, right? Smitten, they're smitten. It's quite sweet. It's passionate, but it's sweet, and it's cautious too. This fox energy, definitely cautious. I'm in too deep. I have to make this work. Yeah. Again, twin flame vibe right there. You're going to change my life for the better. I can already tell. Despite the death and rebirth, despite the transformation, despite the hidden mystery of this, they do feel like I've come this far. I've come this far to only come I've come too far to only come this far, right? I have to see this through. I have to see where this is going to end up. I have to find out, right? So this is my desire deck, usually used in the bedroom as like passion prompts, right? But I'm going to use it as advice for you in this situation. Some of the messages coming through for the other piles have also been more of what this person feels, but most of it I'll take as advice for you. We get a lot of intuitive hits from these cards. Person's late night thoughts and the advice in this situation. Yeah, that solo loving energy. Like maybe they're, you know, exploring crystal wands if they're the feminine. Maybe they're like learning about their own pleasure. We have mirror, mirror at the bottom. Twin, hi, Gemini energy. Twin flame, perhaps using the mirror in their exploration as well. Just saying. So that this flew out in the reverse, right? So low, right? So they're probably like getting it off on their own. But with it in reverse, I also feel like they don't want to be alone in this awakening. They want to enjoy that with you. They want to turn night into day. They want to turn these moons, and didn't I say that before, into sunshine. They want to bring this situation into the healing light of the day. They might have a thing for your butt as well. There may be risk involved. And dance. Okay, so as advice for you, I'm feeling like you need to get some sunshine on yourself to have this healing energy pour into you. I'm feeling like you also might need to like focus on your health and well-being, eating fresh, juicy fruits, getting into the gym and working on that peach perhaps. There may be some solo time for you in the pleasure like center instead of being lured by these easy temptations. That's up to you. But I'm also seeing this as you need to get out and have these celebrations that came out before. You need to say yes to these events. You need to get out and be around some other people as well, just to get out of your head if you're feeling too much in your own head. This may be worth the risk, but this is also just warning you that there is a risk factor of the darkness, right? And you're probably sitting here thinking, well, yes, this person really needed to go through a transformation. Perhaps there was addictions involved with all this mystery and 8th house kind of energy coming out. You're wondering whether this is going to be worth the risk and whether this darkness can come into the daylight, right? Whether this is actually going to be turned around. I do feel like the advice here is to dance with this risk a little bit and to actually let the moves show you, like their next move, right? Their next move. Let their next move show you what to do. You've done the inner work, or you're doing the inner work to be able to decide for yourself whether this risk is worth taking, and you just want to dance with life at the moment. Say yes to the events that you're being asked to go to, because this might actually help you to attract this person into your life. If you're coming to a tarot reading to find out how this person feels about you, I have the strong suspicion that it is because you feel the same way and you want the same things. Yeah, okay. Let's get some story dice out. The final messages here for pile 3, please, Spirit. Yeah, fruit. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. In that sense, I feel like there may be something you need to get checked up on. But I also feel like something is a temptation. It's an apple, right? So Adam and Eve, temptation. You're zooming in on something that made you feel upset. And you're wanting to take a ride away from that. Are you wanting to perhaps zoom out again and get the bigger picture? And if you get on your bike, then yeah, get on your bike. I just heard take a hike, but I actually feel like it's, you need to go out. You're getting so in your head. The temptation to get so in your head needs to be like a shot to the heart, right? And you need to get out in the fresh air. Go take some pretty pictures of yourself, right? Or go take some pictures of pretty things that make you feel really good, right? Because it's not that we have to take pretty pictures of ourselves to validate ourselves in front of anyone. But there's a bounce here. There's a bounce effect. Go play ball. Like, something is being shot to the heart so that it can start to bounce again. It needs a new rhythm. This Judgment card, it needs a new rhythm. And you need to set yourself on the right path. Take this trail ride, right? On the right path. Take in all the beautiful scenery. This will affect change that will give this a new rhythm, that will shine this situation up, and then your phone will start ringing. It's almost like you need to get in your own vibrational state. This lightning bolt being in the middle of this is like, the temptation to stay angry is so strong, but if you take yourself on your own adventures, and I'm hearing like romanticize your own life with this diamond here, romanticize your own life, you will become aligned, and this is a very twin flame kind of thing, where you will become aligned with what is best for this situation, and the messages will start flowing. Your phone will light up. Ding, ding, here's the message. Here's my offer, right? And then finally something can take flight. We've got a little parachute. Right? But the risk is mediated or mitigated, I should say, by the fact that there is a parachute, and it's on the risk card here. It's like, when you are in alignment, you will see that the risk is only that you have to take the leap. And in love, I mean, we all have to, don't we? At some point in time, we all have to take the leap eventually. This advice for you is really about aligning your own happiness, getting into that sunny state of mind, okay? And I feel then there's healing for both of you. This person is doing the work. Trust that. You stay in your work as well, and this situation will heal. That is what I have for you, pile 3. I hope that was helpful. Please let me know in the comments below, because this feels so like sweet and romantic, and I love that for you. This is a new channel, so please like and subscribe as well, so that you can see all the new content that is coming your way. I'm recording like nothing else. So yes, then you can see new videos. I'll see you in my next one. Thanks, pile 3. Bye.